To these ancestors and healers, we owe most of the modern components of the world's healthcare system, from disease prevention measures to the application of medicine. 7 inventions that are used every day in medicine and public health that we owe to Native Americans. Without them, we probably could not have survived very long. In 1853, a Scottish physician named Alexander Wood created the first hypodermic syringe. But there were other tools that appeared much earlier, before colonization. Indigenous peoples injected fluids into the body using a pointed hollow bird bone attached to an animal bladder that could hold fluids. These early syringes were used for many things, from injecting medicine into the body to moistening wounds. There were also various other aspects of these instruments, such as cleaning ears and use for enemas. Native American healers are among the best in the world. In the field of pain management, for example, willow bark is widely known to be taken internally for its anti-inflammatory and pain-relieving properties. It contains a chemical called salicin, which is confirmed to be in aspirin tablets. In addition to many easily absorbed painkillers, ointments are often used to treat wounds, cuts, and bruises. As examples of well-documented pain relievers, we know capsaicin, a chemical still derived from peppers, and tubular flower jimson weed used as an analgesic ointment. The birth control pill was introduced in the 1960s as a means of preventing pregnancy, but long ago indigenous cultures had similar practices. Plant-based treatments, such as eating a mixture of herbs and figs, were used at least 2 centuries before the West invented drugs to prevent pregnancy. Although they are not as effective as modern contraceptives, there are studies that show they have contraceptive properties. Native North Americans use more than 2,500 plant species for medicinal purposes for hundreds of years. Many indigenous cultures have had an active use for sunscreen, an ointment made from crushed herbs and water to protect the skin from the sun. All extracts derive from sunflower oil. Oil seeds and aloe vera are used to protect the skin from the sun. Animal fats and oils derived from fish have also been recorded to be used as sunscreen. We can't say it's hygienic or safe by today's standards, but Native Americans made bottles long before us to feed babies. The invention consisted of bird and bear parts. After cleaning, drying, and lubricating the intestines of the bear, a hollow down feather was attached to the end, allowing babies to drink a mixture of nuts, meat, and water. In addition to using various herbs and methods to clean teeth, tribes on the continent were known to have better dental practices than later Europeans. In some regions, mouthwash liquid was known to be made from a plant called golden thread to clean the mouth. In addition, many local cultures use this herb as an anesthetic and anti-infective for teething infants, or apply it directly to the gums. Hemorrhoids are nothing new. Although hemorrhoids are not usually fatal before today's medicines and dietary changes, Native American peoples made suppositories from cranberry trees. Kernels are still, though not often, used externally to treat wounds. However, hundreds of years ago, these berries were made into small plugs by moistening and compressing dogwood to treat hemorrhoids. We give little thought to the role of health and medicine in keeping us safe and healthy in our daily lives, but without knowing about the brilliant innovations and inventors that got us to where we are today. It's easy to take things lightly today. We have adapted and refined the most ancient recipes, but in essence, we are not far from our ancestors. In fact, we emulate the healers who knew how to use the soul and its resources to create effective methods and remedies. Let us never forget that our roots are still connected to history, as technology is constantly evolving us into the future.